What's up, guys? It's David coming at you from Organic Prize Books with a first look at a really cool new release. We are looking at the 30th anniversary edition, a complete edition of Kabuki. It's here, and this thing is insanely cool. Now, I don't know much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know too much about this, but just looking at this, the watercolor on the front and a little sneak peek on the back, this book looks super interesting, especially if you like very out there drawings. And I'm going to show that to you when I look into the book. But let me show you this book first. Here's the front. Look at the watercolor on this. This thing is a tome, but the cover on this is beautiful. Dark Horse knocks it out of the park with these complete editions. So here is the front, spine, and the back. Very cool. Very cool. And yeah, it's some nice, very nice quality material for the cover, as you can see here. And this thing is massive. Look, I have the Battle World Omnibus, the Secret Wars Battle World Omnibus. This thing, as you can see, it's almost like, I would say maybe like 1.5 inches wider, maybe an inch taller. And just look at the thickness of this bad boy. Whoo! Look how thick that is. Whoa! Where's my Hellboy? Where's my Hellboy monster? The monster-sized Hellboy. I think monster-sized Hellboy is one of the ones that I always use as reference for the thickness of books because how thick it is. Look at this. It's almost there. We'll put it this way. It's easier for you to see. Boom. I would say, like almost 4 fingers. Hellboy has 4 fingers. So yeah, it's smaller, but still, you're getting a lot of content for the book. So let's go ahead and jump into this Kabuki 30th edition complete edition and see what's inside. Boom. All right. Besides this gorgeous cover, let's jump into Kabuki. Oh, this watercolor looks so good. And looks like real pictures or digital imaging as well. By David Mack, very much, the creator, writer, and artist, letterers, and all that. Thank you guys so much for the work you put into this book. It is beautiful. Oh! Anyway, I know I said that it's definitely like a trip just on different artwork, different styles and mediums, and like I said, digital, watercolor, there's ink, black and white, there's some color, but it all just looks so cool. This thing is massive. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of the book and tell you what the book is about. But as you can see, man, oof, the use of ink, the use of negative space looks so cool on this. Wow. Oh hey, oh hey, oh hey. Oh, don't know if there should be things you should be not watching or are watching, but yeah, listen, you got to be careful with this stuff. But yeah, let me tell you a little bit about this. For the 30th anniversary of the publication of the original Kabuki series, David Mack and Dark Horse Comics proudly present this complete collection of the entire comics run of Kabuki in a single oversized hardcover with a beautiful and new painted cover. Japan, yes. Japan. A woman codenamed Kabuki worked for the government agency known as the No. When the agency she works for is compromised, Kabuki's quest sends her down a difficult path, which brings her into direct conflict with the powers she formerly served. Look at this. See that goes into colors? And the colors look wonderful, especially with Dark Horse. This semi-gloss looks really good. The pages are thicker than what you're used to with the Omnis from DC and Marvel. So you're getting a lot of like that higher, I would consider higher quality paper, higher quality ink. It looks great. Obviously, you saw the format is it's bigger than what you're used to. Not much bigger, yeah. You know what? Sure. Much bigger in the width and the size, the page sizes. Look at this. Look at that. That just looks great. That looks so nice. You know, Dark Horse, whenever they take this, the indies, whenever they take out books that are oversized, complete editions, they definitely go above and beyond to bring a presentation that is worthy of even an anniversary edition like this. It's worthy of it. The cover looks great. This looks great. Delving into the Ainu, the indigenous people of Japan and Japanese mythology, Kabuki is a crime story, an espionage story, and is hauntingly told through the lens of the Japanese ghost story. This collects Kabuki Library Editions Volume 1 through 4, minus the bonus content. So, that, just so you're aware, minus the bonus content. So you're not getting that, which was included with the library editions. But you see how it goes from this very much like Frank Millerish black and white drawings like that, and then it starts to get more jumbled up. You start to see more color, more detail, and definitely more realism to it. But then it goes into the surrealism aspect of it, like this, and the watercolor takes over. It starts to bleed into it, which I like. I like this a lot. That looks really cool. So different mediums used to portray the message and the story being told, which is super cool. I like when artists are able to do that and have the freedom. And that's something that they don't get when you do it with the big two, because you're working with established characters that have a certain legacy that they have to live up to, which with independent comics, they can tell different stories with different characters and definitely have more creative control, more freedom to go out of the standard realms or the built-in box. The box? Where's my box? They got to think outside the box. This looks great. See how the format now changes to more cartoony like this? Almost like a Dr. Seuss book, as you see right there. Very cool. And look, this is basically pictures of the drawings instead of actual, like the panels, as you can see there. That is actually really, really cool. Yeah, it's like a Dr. Seuss book. So it, again, changes, flips the medium over. It keeps you guessing on what's going to come up next. Then you get this graph paper with the squares in the back. And the drawings are back to monochromatic, but in blue. Then you get another, like, this different format. Very, very cool. I really, really appreciate artists who do that sort of thing. Just, they try to, you can't predict what they're going to do, and they break out of their starting point of the story, the starting origins of that, like black and white. Now it's completely color. It's in a completely different style than what you're used to, and the story continues. So you have to kind of follow it as it goes on. Very cool. Now more into sketching. Okay, graph paper comes back. Graph paper is used to portray the next part. That's so cool. I like that. Look, I wouldn't cut this out, but it's there for you to see. If you want to cut it out and it's your book, just don't send an email to Organic Price Books. I cut out my book because it said it, and now my book is ruined. Hey, we will probably return it, though. We will probably switch it. If it was me answering. Jake, I'm sorry, Jake. Jake's going to get a bunch of emails. Hey, I cut out the book because it said it on the pages, but I want a new book that doesn't have that on there. And, we're going to have to work with that. Now we come back to the black and white monochromatic espionage aspect of the story that kind of started with it. But the drawings are a little bit different. They're not as... These are more cartoony. These are more dark. I would say the theme is much darker. You can see it there. While here, they're a little bit more cartoony. The story is more punk rock. Again, it's still changing. Still change the format and the art style continues to change. But we're near the ending, so we're going to see where it goes. I don't want to give away too much, but let's see if there's any extras included in this book. Again, I'm super impressed with all of these different changes to it like that. The art style, the medium. Here we go. We have a little bit of a bio on David Mack. His, of course, what is it called? Who he dedicated? Oh, his dedications. There we go. Very cool. Little Kabuki in Dreamland. Okay, you're gonna give us some more. Nice. And then some more again. And yeah, and with this like graffiti. There you go, guys. So that is the wild trip of Kabuki, the complete 30th anniversary edition. Let me know if you're interested in this. This looks like it's a great story. You have a ton of content, as you can see from all those. Not a lot of extras, but a lot of story that you can get through and enjoy. So let me know what you think. If this is something you're gonna pick up, guys, check it out at Organic Price Books, and I will see you in the next one.